beautiful? It's your girl Chachi back with another episode, and I am here today with the ever so lovely Miss Karolyn Drone Smith, the owner of Self Elevate. I am so excited. How are you today,
I'm
Karolyn?
doing fantastic. I'm excited to be here out in the outdoors, enjoying nature with you. This is an exciting day.
Yes, breathing in that fresh air. Had to throw on my shades so I could be cool like you. I am so excited about the things that you're doing and the things that you've accomplished. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Okay, first off, I'm just a lady that has been through some trials in her background, and I've overcome those things. And now my passion is to inspire other women and let them believe in themselves, help them to believe in themselves that they can get through whatever they're going through, and they can start all over again for whatever part of life they're in.
Yes, yes. Well, that is awesome. So, on your journey, because you do fitness, so tell us a little bit about the fitness aspect.
Okay. I realized at one point when I was extremely overweight, at the time I was overweight, actually, I was suffering from a lot of insecurities, anxiety, um, low self esteem, high blood pressure, and it was affecting my overall health. And I was extremely overweight. And so I had joined several different weight loss programs, and I milled around till I found the one that worked best for me. And I encourage anybody who's starting out on any type of self care journey to don't give up with the first one that you try. Keep going. You have to find the fit that works for you.
Yes, yes. So, on your health journey, how did you get so passionate to end up doing competitions?
Oh my gosh. For me, I've had like some things happen in life that could have kind of like crippled me in a sense, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I made it a passion and just a pact with myself to stay focused on myself and self care, because those are the things that have helped me navigate my way through life. And when I've had certain things happen in the past, I would pick something and put it on like a bucket list. And the first thing I did was to join the boot camp, first of all, or whatever weight loss programs I had joined. The one that worked for me at the time was the boot camp. And then after that, I had created a bucket list, and I ran the Akron Full Marathon. I had ran it several times a half. And so the one bucket list thing was to run the full marathon. And then after that, I decided I wanted to do a competition. Really, the bikini competition was just something that was on a bucket list. I didn't think that would be something that I would actually enjoy. But for me, it taught me a lot about myself. It's like you are probably in a boot camp for like the military or something. It tears you down and builds you back up in a better version of yourself. And it just made me more passionate about staying healthy.
Hmm. And so, for some women out there, I know, even some of my friends, they say, "Well, I don't have the time, to work out or the discipline just to stay focused on it." What drove you to be so disciplined?
You know, things are going to happen in life. You're going to have these hiccups along the way, and it hasn't been a perfect journey for me. I would say you just have to commit to your self care. It is so important to have that as a backup for when you're going through these things, that you can always turn to that and use that as therapy for you. It's better than any type of medication you can be on. Is self care is something I'm just extremely passionate about, and so whatever I'm going through in life, I find those few minutes for myself, whether it's going to the gym, going for a walk, going for a run. But the physical fitness aspect of it is a part of my self care.
That's beautiful. And so, you said you had been through some things. And we all go through ups and downs and challenges in life. What are some of the challenges that you faced along your journey?
Well, I mean, in today's society, you have the family structure that is broken. You have women and men who are going through divorce, and a lot of times you don't think that you can get past those situations, and you have suffer from a lot of, I would say, self-doubt and insecurities come out of how are you going to get past this situation. And that's just one thing that you could be going through. Like for me, that was one. And also, I dealt with grief. I lost my mother and my sister, and basically, I lost them at the same time. And that was another thing that happened in life that I had to kind of navigate my way through. And for a lot of people, they would have given up on themselves. I mean, because you're so busy dealing with the depression of everything that's happened to you, and you lose sight of yourself. You're just so busy being in those situations. And I made it a point to incorporate self-care to help me get beyond that. Basically, sometimes you have to build yourself back up, no matter how long it takes. Sometimes it takes years to build yourself up. You be in a situation and you don't see yourself on the outside of it, but you can get on the other side of it. You just have to stay true to yourself, stay focused, and stay in the driver's seat. And keep holding on to that steering wheel.
Man, you gotta keep hope alive, and that's so very true. Sometimes it's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame.
Exactly
it can
right.
be so challenging.
Absolutely.
And so I was so excited when I met you. I met you at Summer Ready Fitness.
Yes.
You were doing one of your wellness talks, which I love your wellness talks.
I appreciate
and
that.
And your company, Self Elevate. How did that come about?
You know, Self Elevate is all about realizing that you have the power. Originally, it was elevate yourself to fitness, and then we realized that, okay, it's not all about fitness, because self-care has so many different components to it. You have your mental wellness, you have your spiritual wellness, and you have your physical wellness. And all those play a part in your self-care. So self-elevate is giving you the power to get yourself out of these situations, and it's to elevate yourself day to day. Find something that you can do to elevate yourself, and so that's why we have self-elevate now instead of just to elevate yourself.
Okay, great. I love it. And so what inspired the wellness talks? How did those get started?
Well, I mean, that is just unbelievable how that has all come about. I have had women that come up to me and they want to know, well, how did you lose the weight and how did you keep the weight off? You know, it looks like it's been a perfect journey all these years. And then I have to, explain to them, no, there's been a lot of things that I've experienced. I've had plenty of hiccups along the way. And so I was asked to speak at an obesity summit. And when I shared my story, I didn't realize that the story was going to be impactful and inspiring people. And, the response was just inspiring to me and motivating to me. And so I said, well, maybe I should host a continuum from the obesity summit and have a wellness talk. And so I hosted the first wellness talk, and it was just so inspiring to hear other women's stories. And it gave us a chance to be transparent, there without judgment. And women were just sharing things that were impacting their self-care and inhibiting them from focusing on self-care. And they realized that their story was not unique. There were other women that were experiencing a lot of the same things. And so I just made it a pact with myself to continue the wellness talks, because each time you don't know which direction the wellness talk is going to go into, and it gives me an opportunity to have people come, and professionals in those fields of mental wellness, spiritual wellness, and the physical wellness come and share their knowledge and with the women who need it that may not have sought it before. And it's a great opportunity to come out and just fellowship with other like-minded women.
Right,
and for me, I thought, well, no one wants to keep hearing me tell my story. And yes, and and I appreciate you. But I noticed that it's like a artist that goes to and performs a concert. They have to say, sing that same song over and over and over again, from city to city to city to city, and they don't know how it's inspiring that person that's in the audience. And so for me, that's how the wellness talks have been a great they've been inspiring me and keeping me motivated as well to continue to do it. And it was a New Year's resolution. You know, a lot of people have a New Year's resolution. Okay, I'm going to lose this. I'm going to do this or that. My New Year's resolution was to continue to have the wellness talks monthly.
Yes, and I love it every month.
I
love
appreciate it. I appreciate
And I
that.
love the fact how you said you made a pact with yourself. Because sometimes we make promises, we don't keep the promises to ourselves.
That's exactly
so
right.
I love the fact that you made that pact with yourself, and you keep going.
I keep going.
And you know,
keep going.
The thing for me with that, like you talk about the weight loss and everything, and sometimes people think it's just physical. Oh, you ate right, you worked out, but it's a mind, body, soul.
Absolutely.
It's a whole transformation that takes place, not
Absolutely.
just physically.
Absolutely. And that's the part that, you know, some people are afraid to talk about. I mean, just like you're looking for the right gym to go to, you may have to look out for a therapist, you know, to get, you know, some mental health.
Right.
Incorporate the yes. I mean, because the stigma attached to that is no longer that for me, because I had to seek it at some point in my life. I mean, you know, I'm not that better of a person to where I'm just, you know, going through life and I can handle things on my own. No, there was a time in my life I needed to talk to someone, and so that's a part of it that I'm not even ashamed to even share with the ladies that come to the wellness talk. I'm like, hey, those little 12 sessions I went to that has helped me to go to the next level.
Right.
And so that is something that I encourage people to do, just like you're looking for the personal trainer. If you know, I think it's so important to have that balance. And your spiritual wellness, all of that, you know, create a healthy environment, whether it's in your home or if it's coming to a place like this, right? You know, this is great. You know, fresh air. Take a few moments for yourself to take a walk in the park, and woosah. Yes, and I'm learning more and more about being balanced and things that I, for myself, even want to start. You know, I'm learning more about, you know, yoga, meditation, and all that quiet time, no matter how much time it is, if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all that counts. And every start counts, every pause counts, but you have to keep going. Don't give up on yourself, and you have the power to self-elevate yourself.
Amen. I love it. So if you could give women that maybe they're going through something, and they want to self-elevate, they want to see change in their mind and body and just their quality of life, what would you say to them?
You know, I would say, you know, it's a hard thing, first of all, to actually see yourself. And because we go through life, it's like a rat race for the most part. You know, you go to work, you may have kids, you got to take care of your spouse, you got to take care, and it's a lot of stress involved. And women, especially, we carry a lot of weight on our shoulders, and men do too. But this, you know, the wellness talks have actually been for women mostly. That's who has to come. But if I was to give any advice, I mean, sometimes you're just so busy in these situations, you don't see yourself on the outside of yourself, outside the situation. So if you would just take a few minutes and you know that you don't feel well, ultimately how you feel reflects how you look, and you just seem like you're under stress all the time, you're lashing out, you know, you may not be going out as much as you would like to because of your self-doubt, your insecurities. A lot of these things I experienced for myself, so that's why I want to relate this to the women. Take time to see yourself. See yourself where you are. Figure out what steps it's going to take for me to be the better version of myself, which everyone has a great version of themselves. They just don't believe that. But you have the power to elevate yourself out of these situations. Sometimes you're so busy in it, you don't see yourself out of it. And years, I mean literally years go by, and you realize, where have the time gone? And you know, and you're left there thinking, okay, I have got to do something. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's never too late to start. But the key thing to this is to keep going. Don't give up. Find something to do that promotes self-care.
Yes.
It may not be physical fitness for you right away. It could be just quiet time to yourself.
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes. You put everything on pause except for yourself.
Yes, I love that. Put everything on pause except yourself.
Yes.
I love it.
And you can self-elevate.
Amen. Well, thank you so much for your time. I love this. I'm going to leave all the information after the video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.